Welcome to the 9th episode of The Chartered Show. Today I'm joined by Tom, who's going to be sharing his experience of Financial Planner of the Year. And I'm joined by Mona, who got the award at the FPI dinner for Diversity and Inclusion. And she'll be sharing with us about her thesis on black tax. Hope you enjoy the show. Tom, thank you very much for joining me all the way from Cape Town today so that we can just chat around you entering the Financial Planner of the Year competition. And I thought it would be a nice opportunity for you just to share with the clients what the process was like and how you're feeling now after the competition. So Tom, thanks for joining me.
Morning, Kim, and thank you for having me on the show. It's nice to be back.
So Tom, congratulations on being a Financial Planner of the Year finalist. We were very proud of you and we still are very proud of you. And yeah, what was it all like for you?
Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. It was a really amazing journey and it was hard and quite demanding, but I had always wanted to enter the competition. And I had quite lofty goals and I got quite far, but I learned so much along the way. It was a very time-intensive and quite grueling process. So, I mean, from the application at the start, all the way through, there's 4 rounds. And at each stage of these various rounds, there's preparation work, documentation. There are sort of interviews or panel interviews with 3-4 people who are really drilling down and grilling you on the work you do day in, day out for clients. But on the back end as well, how's your business structured? How is it fit for the future, the changing landscape? And are you conscious of succession? Are you conscious of building up young talent and giving them a future? And very, very, very pertinent and important facets of running a financial planning business.
So Tom, going through all of that and benchmarking yourself against other people in the industry, what was one learning that you perhaps got from it that if you entered next year, you might apply to the business or do a little bit differently?
Yes, I think that's really one of the main reasons I entered, Kim. It was to benchmark myself against the industry's best, and then to take the learning and say, okay, how can I apply it now to our business? So here in Cape Town, but also the wider group of Chartered Wealth. And I think what really stood out for me was this talk of succession. We do it so well already at Chartered. So we have 2 people at a meeting with a client, and we have various people in the business that have met most of our clients, and that's very comforting. So our clients don't feel that if something happened to me, they are lost and they have to start from scratch. And are they going to be looked after? Are they going to be cared for? And is their financial plan still in place? And I think with succession also comes succession of your business in the backside as well, the back end, should I say. So how do you make sure that systems don't fall apart, that your pipeline of talent, your mentorship programs, all those kind of things remain in place? And I think I'd like to bring that more into the business and bring out these incredible young people we have who are doing amazing things, but need to be maybe brought in some facets of business where they weren't in before.
It's such an interesting point, and I think it's something that I think of so often, because often when I walk into meetings, especially brand new clients for the first time, and they'll often come into Chartered because they've read my book, and then I walk into the meeting and that they see that I'm walking in with somebody so much younger, and they kind of look at me and they go, Kim, you're not leaving me with this young person. This young person doesn't have a clue about the transition I'm going through, doesn't know what I'm going through at all. And you can actually see that look of fear. So I've developed like a sentence that I use so often when I say, you don't want to be with a planner that's a similar age to you. You want to have your planner far younger than you, because when you get into your 70s and 80s and the time comes that you really need your planner to be assisting you, you need to make sure that you've got a younger planner looking after you. So is this what you're talking about, Tom?
Absolutely. I mean, young people, I used to be one, they bring in a different energy and different qualities. And of course, they don't have the same life experience. And that is a factor. But, you know, if you can nurture them and make them curious, and sort of foster this ability to listen and learn very quickly, my experience is our younger colleagues are connecting so well with our clients, no matter what age they're at. And they've got other things in common. You know, a lot of times they're the same age as children or same age as nephews and nieces and so on. And so there's a comfort to that. But I think clients are a lot more open than before to this, because we're in an industry that is changing so rapidly. One of the areas is technology. And who knows technology the best? And knows how to use it and knows how to harness it and adapt it to people's lives. And that's a massive benefit and strength that young people have. So it's important to be open about it. I think that's what I learned from this process too, is we have this fear around our clients not feeling comfortable with younger people. But my experience, the majority of clients are really open to it, and they are happy to deal with younger people. And it's about setting that expectation up front and making sure the client's happy with who they're going to be dealing with. Again, you want to make sure the client's always comfortable and happy and going through their financial planning kind of journey with you, with a person they think is going to do it right for them. But we've got to give them a chance, and our clients are open to it, which is great.
So Tom, just talking around this, I think at many of the industry conferences that I go to, and it's something I'm really proud about with Chartered Wealth Solutions. When I go to the industry conferences, there's a lot of probably, what could I say, white older men who are the financial planners. And I think it's important that we bring in the younger people. So the fact that that is what you've taken out as your biggest takeaway from entering the financial planner competition, I think is a great for our industry going forward.
Absolutely. It's so important. We also need young people to connect with younger clients, because there is a lot of they share so much. And that's the future. That's the future of not just our industry. What I also learned a great deal of, or sort of relearned, was what we do impacts the whole of South Africa. It's a society-wide benefit to plan and save and be empowered to know that you can be okay. You've got a financial plan that works for you, that's going to assist you with your goals. It affects the whole community, the whole society we live in. So younger people are crucial to that. And it can be difficult sometimes, or frustrating. Young people today, from the Gen Zs and down, are looking for different things when they're in the workplace. They're not looking for the same things people did 20, 30, 40 years ago. And so you've got to adapt to that. But it's important because we absolutely need them, and they're going to be a massive part of our business and industry into the future.
And again, thought leadership. So if we're going to keep our business and our offering to our clients up there with the latest technology, as you've mentioned, we do need to embrace all the different generations, bringing them into Chartered. But Tom, it brings me to my next question. From entering the competition, what do you think is the benefit for your clients? So say now you've entered the competition, you're a finalist. What's in it for the clients that you did all of this work?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. And I mentioned the word earlier, this benchmarking. And what I mean by that is, are we still doing what we believe is right at the top end of our industry for our clients? Are we razor sharp with tax planning, estate planning, with investment planning, with our life planning and our transitional planning? Are we still at the top? Can our clients get comfort that we are making sure we are looking at the industry and saying, where can we improve? What are we doing great? That's always important. Where can we improve? That's going to be the biggest impact for our clients. And that's been a great takeaway for me. So I mentioned the succession and how that was a big part of it for me, and a learning. There have been other learnings. And at the same time, it is great to hear the feedback of, wow, you guys are doing a really amazing job for your clients. And not many people are giving that much of value and offering to a client in all spheres. So that's great. I think we can continue doing things we do great, and then we can work on slightly the other areas where we can give even more value in a client experience that's completely next level.
And I think, Tom, what you mentioned about like the learning and the growing, we talk to our clients all the time about how we want them, no matter what phase of life they're in, to be going out and making sure that they're learning and growing. And given this experience, that's exactly what you've gone out there and you've done. You've done it in order to learn and to grow. And I think sometimes when you get feedback, it's often our biggest growth kind of mindset that we have to go through. I don't know how you found the feedback.
Yes, I found it, it can be hard. We all got our egos and our personalities, and we want to know we're doing a good job. But when you get feedback and it's pertinent, it's really specific to you and what you do, and you know, as soon as you hear it, this could be a big change in how you deal with clients and how you add the value that you want to add. I've really taken it to heart. I mean, I've got it, it's very formal feedback, so it's easy to take and apply to what I do. And I'm always looking to grow. I mean, if I think that I'm the best at what I do at all times, then I'm certainly going to not be the best at all. So, I agree with you. We encourage our clients to do it. We have to be doing it ourselves. We do so much of that at Chartered behind the scenes with our coaching. And all the people that we meet and talk to and learn from investments to estates to tax, etc. And this was another complete level of learning where you took everything and spent a lot of time trying to put forward my absolute best part of what I do.
I suppose in a way it's packaging it all. But Tom, I also what I thought was wonderful was the support that you got from not only the fellow people that you work with at Chartered, but also the clients and also the industry of people, putting messages out there of support to you. I'm sure that support was huge for you.
It was so surprising. I sort of, LinkedIn, which is a big sort of, I would say, business, social connection place. The amount of people that just messaged me that I didn't know, number one, or hadn't heard from for many years, clients messaging me when they found out and wishing me luck and just giving me I felt so confident, and I just felt great going into the finals. And when they announced at the award dinner in Johannesburg, I sort of already felt a big part of me had won a great deal. Let's put it that way. And when it was announced, and I didn't take it home, didn't win the award, it was a bit of disappointment, of course. But very soon, messages started coming that next day again, saying, you did amazingly. You to get there is unbelievable, and that made me, it just makes it so much easier. So I've been so lucky. The Chartered community and even the industry community and clients, colleagues, been fantastic. There was without that, I don't think I would have been even close to getting to the finals probably. So really appreciated it.
And I think, Tom, also from the fact that Palesa Dube won the Financial Planner of the Year, first Black woman financial planner to win it. I mean, I certainly was thrilled for her, and I know you were, and I think we were thrilled for our industry that we're now are forward thinking as an industry as well. Absolutely.
I met her, I spent some time with her, and she's such an amazing person, and her journey's been tough. It's not, she's had a different journey to me, and that's just a symptom of, as we all know, country and history. And I think what it meant to her when she received her award and the impact that she could have is so big. It's so great for our industry. It can only strengthen it. It can't do anything else. So happy for her. And it might not be the last time you'll see me at this awards, because I'm still a bit competitive. But it was amazing to have her stand up there and receive it. And I think everyone felt that in the room. There was this energy around what a big moment it was. So it was great. It was great to be a part of that.
It was just what I was going to ask you, Tom. So you kind of stole my question. My next and final question was going to be, will we be seeing you enter this again? I mean, I know this year you've just had a new baby. and you did this. So next year, do you think you're going to come back to try again?
Yeah, so I as soon as it was announced, you have that feeling of disappointment and relief, because it is a grueling process and you've sort of climbed this very, very high mountain. And so once you've done it, I've done it. But then very quickly I started thinking, well, I've learned so much and I can take those learnings and improve this whole process for me. So I think I'd love to. I think it'd be an amazing journey second time round again. And I think I hope that my chances of winning are up there. I've been getting so much encouragement to do it. So you don't want to let people down. But yeah, I think, I've got some months now to think about it. But I'd love to, unless someone else from Chartered Wealth feels strongly, I can give them the mantle and maybe help them too.
No, I think, Tom, you've got the full support of Chartered Wealth. We'll be behind you. Thank you so much today for joining us and sharing with us about your journey. And yeah, we look forward to hearing more about the next steps next year. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Kim. Really appreciate it.
Simona, thanks so much for joining me on the show today.
It's only my pleasure.
So I've asked Mona to join me on the show today because when we were at the award ceremony at the FPI for Tom, we were there all waiting for the announcement for Tom of the Financial Planner of the Year. Unbeknown to us, Mona got the award for Diversity and Inclusion. Congratulations, Mona.
Thank you so much, Kim.
So Mona, maybe if you could share with the clients, what is an award for diversity and inclusion?
Thank you for the opportunity, Kim. Basically, the Diversity and Inclusion Award has to do with the professional that has shown the most commitment to diversity and inclusion. And they've done this by way of working with individuals, communities, and organizations that have a heavy focus on inclusivity, as well as creativity within the profession. So that's how the award came about. They look at professionals that are in that space and getting the financial planning message out there to the greater South Africa, and how you do it, your enthusiasm, your passion. And I didn't see it coming. I was invited for the award. I just thought maybe I was invited so that I can get inspired, and then to see my name being called out, I was like,
Simona, maybe share a couple of the things that you did that you think got you the award.
Well, currently, I have been a volunteer at the FPI, the Financial Planning Institute of South Africa. And basically, I have workshops with different companies. The companies put it together for some of their employees. And then basically, I really just do financial education. And then sometimes on my platform, I share financial literacy information that's on my social media feed. And also like sharing articles or commenting on articles on LinkedIn. So I haven't actually had a proper chat with the FPI to find out exactly how I was selected amongst a lot of other people that could have potentially also been awarded. But I do know those are the things that I actively do and that come to top of mind when I think of why.
So I think, Mona, if I just think about it as well, you're involved in Women in Finance Network.
Yes, the Women in Finance Network, Finance for females. Yes.
So I can quite understand why the FPI gave it to you. And also just for me, you're a mentor to so many young people coming into the industry. And I do believe that as mentors, you're encouraging so many more people to believe in themselves. So congratulations, it's really well done. Maybe one question just to ask you is, what does it mean to you to be given an award like this?
I really think, like you mentioned, Finance for Females and the Women in Finance Network, like those were ideas that you've planted for us and that you've helped us cultivate and bring to light. And sometimes when you start off something, you might not see the real impact it makes, but like as you're speaking and I'm actually recalling, I'm like, I can recall how many people have sent me DMs because of Finance for Females, or how many females are wanting to enter the industry because of the Women in Finance Network. And I'm just like, yeah, it's mind-blowing.
But I think, Mona, on that, I remember being on the stage with you at the FPI conference last year.
Yes.
When we shared what it was like to be a young black woman.
Correct.
Coming into the industry. And I mean, for me personally, just listening and being part of that, I got to learn so much. So, I mean, for me, it's this little bit, and then we can make the big difference.
That is true.
So when we as people believe that we have to make a huge difference straight away,
it becomes overwhelming when you think of it. It does. And I think, yeah, that's also something that you teach us. It's about putting the little things together, and then when you look back, you see how far you've come. And I think also another thing is just wanting, one of my values, and this we came about through the Brené Brown work. I never knew this about myself, but like going through the work, I realized that one of my values is making an impact. So in anything that I do, I look for what impact it's going to make on the lives of people around me, on my life, and I give my all, and I just give my all to see what impact it would make.
Well, you certainly are making an impact on our industry, so thank you.
Thank you.
Mona, maybe just another question, just to take it a little bit differently. If you had to look for Chartered, what do you think this award means for a company like Chartered Wealth Solutions?
I think that what this means is it shows the direction that the company is taking, because you are a makeup of what you surround yourself with. I am, because of the environment that I find myself in, and I believe that who you become is largely influenced by what you listen to. And like the Diversity and Inclusion Award, looking at Chartered in the grander scheme of things, this shows that the company is headed in the right direction, that we are taking serious steps, intentional steps, to look for ways in which we can diversify the team, diversify the clients, but not only diversify, because that's the one aspect of it, but also how do we make everybody feel included? How do we take people's perspectives into account without deviating from who we truly are as a people together, but still giving the best to our clients, being the best for our employees, and ultimately for the grander scheme of South Africa. How we can position ourselves as a company that want to tailor solutions for the South African economy, for the South African market, to better the lives of people. What strategies and direction the company can take so that we can ensure that we are moving forward with the times, making an impact. And I hope that,
No, that certainly definitely answers the question. You know, Mona, now that you're on the show, I can't not take the opportunity maybe just to bring up, I know you have just handed in your thesis, am I correct, for your master's?
Yes, that's correct.
So Mona's been doing a thesis on black tax, and I thought it was a great opportunity that you potentially just share with us a little bit about what black tax is and maybe some of the interesting findings. So Mona, just share with us first what black tax is.
Okay, so basically black tax is additional income that usually people who are working class have to give towards their family to help them with upkeep. Usually it's because of financial hardships, and is to alleviate some of the pressure from other people within the family. The help can extend outside of your immediate family, so it can include cousins, aunts, grandmas, and it takes shape in various forms. It's not only financial, where you're sending money back home, but it can also be maybe you've got a sister that's living in the rural areas and you take in their son or daughter and they've come to study in the city, so you're feeding them, you're housing them, or maybe not even feeding them, but you're housing them because maybe they've got a bursary. In other ways, maybe it can be that there's a funeral happening in the family and now you're expected to contribute towards that, and sometimes it's a regular occurrence. It presents itself in so many different shapes and form. For other people, it's paying medical aid. To some, they may see that as a luxury, but for others whose healths are deteriorating, that's a need. So it takes shape in many different forms.
So it's a real expectation. It's something that if you didn't do,
then sometimes you're treated differently in the family, or you're frowned upon, you're looked down upon. So in many instances, it could be forced upon you, but by virtue of the people. In other instances, it's really the situation that has forced you to render the help. Because if you don't help, then who will?
So Mona, maybe just in closing, share with us a little bit about how your findings on black tax relate to financial planning, because now that is an expectation, so that is something you have to be doing.
Yes.
Now, obviously that has a huge impact on your own personal financial plan.
It does.
And how does that impact on you maybe not having a financial planner when really you should be, because now all your money is going to black tax?
Well, with that, what can be said is that there's a lot of mixed sentiments about black tax. Some feel that it's a burden, other people feel that it's a blessing. And I think depending on how you look at it, it's how it impacts you. So I think the blessing aspects comes in for the fact that you're able to make somebody else's life better, or that you're able to actually provide the assistance. The burden aspect can be that because of providing this financial assistance, now your dreams are delayed, or you're stuck in a cycle of poverty. You can't get out of it because you're not able to properly manage the funds that you've been given. And one of the funny things that the research actually showed was that people don't see the correlation between financial planning and black tax. And studies have shown that people that have had experience or exposure to financial literacy, financial education, financial planners, they tend to manage their money better. And I think that by having access to a certified financial planner, someone that understands your situation, they're able to help you take the emotion that comes with black tax and actually set a budget and a plan in place to help you manage that expectation, but also not give more than what you're able to. Because I think a lot of the times it's the emotions that drive people overboard. But when you have a financial planner, this is somebody that is not directly involved in your matter. They're able to separate from what's happening, and they're able to help you come to an understanding of what you can do, setting that expectation, and the plan forward, how to help you still build your life in spite or with the fact that you have to provide this financial assistance.
So it's putting it just part of it.
Yes.
Mona, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to the FPI for giving you the Diversity and Inclusion Award.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And good luck with your masters. We look forward to hearing more about it, and good luck with your career in financial planning. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us on the Chartered Show today. Please like, comment, or share. And if you have any ideas of other topics you'd like us to be covering, please let us know. If you have any questions, please contact your retirement specialists.